He's a person of integrity. I can't emphasize that enough.
The former president of Long Beach City College was a friend of mine, and he said if you could hire Jim Kossler, you would do very, very well. He said he's the kind of fellow who would get there before you do and leave after you do.
When I was vice president, there was always somebody else there, somebody above who had the ultimate responsibility. And then suddenly you're sitting in that chair and there is nobody above. I mean, certainly you're responsible to the board, but you know, it's now your show. Welcome Day at Pasadena City College has now become a great tradition.
We are profoundly grateful to both of you for what you did to make this bill a reality, both individually and together.
Oh, for sure, it won't take 5 years before you enter your Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
PCC has been very fortunate in the last two presidents of the college, Dr. Scott and Dr. Kossler, have taken a real interest in the development of the campus. Through Master Plan 2010 and prior to that Master Plan 2000, the campus has gone from plain, ordinary, and frankly dowdy into something that is a model for other community colleges around the state.
The great story that PCC has is that we're the only college that had a basketball game that was called because of fog, because the fog rolled into the gymnasium and they had to cancel the game. Shatford Library, which was actually the first building that we built on the campus. It became a signature building. We decided what we want to do is kind of tie the buildings together and get a common look to the campus. And the library did that, and I think it was a great success.
Occasionally he would come over to my office and say, come on over with me to the new library and we'll go through it. And of course I was amazed that he knew everything from where the posts were going to be placed to how the construction was progressing.
He'd keep you on your toes. If something wasn't lined up straight, if something wasn't entirely accurate, it could be down to the inches. There are a number of things in the buildings that there are 3 people on the face of the earth who know the deficiency, and one of them is Jim Kossler.
And then my final recognition is of all those sidewalk superintendents who over the last 2 years helped me make sure that this building got built right, who told me that that wall's a little bit crooked and that tree is not quite where it should be and that ramp needs to be a little, you know. To all of you I say thank you.
We're building a new bookstore, campus center, industrial technologies building, and then the arts building is the last of the buildings. This campus is going to be in great shape for the future.
I see Jim Kossler's touch. The minimization of graffiti is obvious to me. The selection of fixtures, of hardware, is a result of his direction. That's just the way he's cut out.
I love our campus. I'm the type of person that likes to do my studies under a tree. I think if you don't have that beautiful campus, what you find is a commuter college where no one actually will stay in between their classes or a little bit after and socialize, which isn't that part of the college experience.
As vice president, he built buildings. As president, I think he wanted to build students.
I think one of the proudest moments of my presidency was the day the Board of Trustees adopted the new mission statement, which has as its first line, the mission of Pasadena City College is successful student learning.
His statement to all of us was, you know, we can't look back, that it's our responsibility to take the students wherever they are and to help them grow from that point.
I think that really it's a holistic environment that promotes student mentorship and just the idea of helping one another to succeed.
I think his focus has been reflected, for example, in the work, the college-wide committee in developing the core values of the college. The very first of those core values was a passion for learning, and that is, after all, what really student success is learning.
2002, we begin to go into a real budget crisis here in the state of California. Instead of laying people off, we filled jobs temporarily by people shifting from one department over to another for a short period of time. This was just a tremendous step.
Sometimes we've had to freeze positions for a while. Sometimes we've had to cut back a little bit in other budgets. Sometimes we've had to not go ahead with some things that we thought we would like to do. But in the process, we even out what we're doing.
Somebody has to count the beans, and you better have somebody that's good at it.
He had a formula, he had a process to ensure that everybody, you got your fair share.
Over the years, Dr. Kossler, as provided budget. He's also been very instructive and helpful to us as we've taken delegations to statewide meetings.
It was really great having him, the college president, spending time with me before each meeting, answering any questions to make sure the students understood what was going on, and so we could have our proper advocacy for any of the issues.
If we're working away here and all earning our checks and building buildings and students aren't learning, then we've failed. None of the rest of it matters. When we are out there June 15th for commencement and those students come up and get their diplomas, that's what Pasadena City College is all about.
As a symbol of your academic achievement, you are now authorized to signify that you are a graduate of Pasadena City College by moving your tassel from the right side to the left side. Congratulations.
He has been very diligent in the pursuit of, as he says, excellence. Well, it's excellence not only in student success, but it's in the campus and it's in the discipline of everyday life. He's a very disciplined person, and it shows.
I think he's accomplished a great deal. Pasadena City College is still one of the best community colleges, I think, in the nation.
I was in the stands for the Rose Parade, and it was pouring, and it was torrential, and we were getting so wet. And all of a sudden, here comes the PCC band, and of course we're cheering the band, and here's Dr. Kossler marching with the band, big smile on his face, and for me that just sort of, I think, signified his commitment to the college.
I think of it as a great honor to have the stewardship of this institution for a period of time, and my only hope is that in all aspects of the college that it is in some way better now than it was when I got it. I am going to be here because I told the guys I'm going to come back on the weekends and walk around, and if there's any trash around here, I'm going to send them a note and tell them they need to clean it up.